Hi, happy Wednesday, and welcome to Now, the fun show hosted by me, Curtis P. Now today, to kick the entire show off, we're talking about the gift that just keeps on giving, that being the fact that Rob Ford is still a thing. On Monday, a video appeared online showing Rob Ford being a little drunk at a fast food restaurant. But not only was he drunk, he was also spurring a bunch of words in Jamaican. Because I guess Rob Ford actually knows how to speak Jamaican, which is surprising, actually. Another interesting video to add to the whole Rob Ford scandal that is. Though, let's not forget here, Rob Ford is actually running for re-election. The election will happen on October 27th, so Rob Ford still has a lot of time to campaign. And by campaign, I mean release a bunch of other drunken videos. Maybe some more crack videos, because, you know, those are always popular. It'll be interesting to see if Rob Ford actually does get re-elected here. My bet he actually will, because, hey, the people kind of like a guy like this. He's approachable, you know, because you smoke crack, he smokes crack, everybody's smoking crack. Except me, I don't smoke crack. Jumping ahead, but back to the old adage, if you live in a glass house, do not throw stones. Apparently Apple not aware of this because they built a glass store and it was run into by a snowblower. Yesterday, the iconic Apple store in New York City was struck by a snowblower. The Glass Cube Apple Store is designed with these giant glass panes on all the sides. Well, the snowblower ran into one of them and actually cracked the whole thing. Luckily, the giant glass panel did not break and fall into the store, harming other people. It is still currently in its upright state, holding itself together somehow. The iconic New York store has also not closed. It will continue to stay open 24 hours a day, even though one of the panels over top of the store is kind of broken. Reports online stating that it could cost upwards of $400,000 to replace this one single piece of glass. Though, of course, let's keep in mind the giant size of the panels themselves, the thickness of them, because of course they are load-bearing glass panels, and the fact that Apple has to manufacture these giant things and then ship them into New York City. So the $400,000 price tag for it could actually be on par. Jumping into world news here, protests are erupting in Ukraine. But that's only part of the topic I really want to touch on today. A new law recently passed in Ukraine actually prevents public demonstrations. And because, hey, it just so happens that people are protesting right now, thousands of protesters received a text message about being part of the protest. The text message reading, "Dear subscriber, you are registered as a participant in a mass disturbance." A very ominous and disturbing text message to receive from your government. Can anyone say 1984? It seems really creepy here, but of course, let's put this into perspective here. The government is only using location-based data to kind of send the text messages out, though they are keeping track of people in a certain area and have the ability to send text messages to them. So it's only another simple step to actually send like warrants out to the people that own those devices. And last, in Canadian/international type news here, it looks like the Nigerian president will not be visiting Canada. Over the past years, Canada and Nigeria have been working to get, in the good books with each other, simply because, let's face it, Nigeria has a lot of oil in it, and Canada likes oil. It's a thing. Lots of countries like oil. The Nigerian president was supposed to visit from February 13th to 14th in Canada, but a new report circling online has stated that Canada has cancelled the visit altogether. The reason being due to a new legislation in Nigeria that outlaws gay marriage, and of course the association with any gay organization. Many Canadian politicians voicing their worries over the country's human rights practices. So this could be a pretty simple statement from Canada saying, hey, get your stuff together over there, Nigeria, and then maybe we'll work together. Otherwise, we are taking our money and getting the heck out. As a Canadian citizen and a member of the LGBT community, I'm happy to see Canada kind of standing its ground and saying, no, you cannot treat people that way. You need to have good human rights practices. Jumping back to the topic of the Ukraine protests here, are you worried about the future of free speech? When governments are able to actually track all of its subject and see any electronic messages that we are sending from one to another. Basically, the idea of Big Brother. You can let me know what you think in the comment section down below. You can also let me know what you think of Big Brother on my Facebook page, Twitter account, or through Google+. Links to all that and the other topics I talked about in today's episode in the description down below. Check out all the links down there, tons of really cool stuff. Of course, if you enjoyed today's show, why not hit that like button, subscribe, and maybe even share the show with your friends, because it really does help everything out. Until next time, I'm Curtis Parody, and that's what's happening now.